students, in this video we shall study chapter 3, exercise 3.3, the word problems. Now, the word problems, we need to be very careful. We should be good at comprehension. You need to thoughtfully read the problem, understand it, and translate into the correct mathematical model. So the first problem is, the difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. Find the numbers. So it's clear from the problem that we are dealing in two numbers. So we say let the numbers be x and y. Now he is talking about difference of two numbers is 26 and difference is always bigger minus smaller. So that means I have one number bigger and the other smaller. So I'll clearly put the conditions that x is greater than y. So I have assumed two numbers such that x is greater than y. So according to question, first equation becomes difference of the numbers, the bigger number minus smaller number is 26. So this is my first equation. And the second equation, he says the one number is 3 times the other. One number is 3 times the other. That means bigger number is 3 times the smaller number. Right? So bigger number is x. That will only be 3 times of the other number, and the smaller number is y, 3 times of y. So x is 3 times y. So this is my equation 1 and this is equation 2. And if you observe the equations clearly, so you can see it, observe it, then you will be able to see that second equation is already in the form x equal to something. So I can take the value of x from second equation and substitute directly in the first equation. So substituting x equal to 3y in equation 1. What do we get? We get 3y minus y is 26. That is 2y is 26, which gives y as 13. So substituting y equal to 13 in equation 2. And what is your equation 2? X is equal to 3y. So 3 into 13, x is 39. Therefore, numbers are 39 and 13. These are the two numbers, 13 and 39. Next, second part. Now he says, larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18. Again, let the two supplementary angles be x and y. Again he is talking about one larger, one smaller. So you put the condition that x is greater than y. Now children, what are supplementary angles? I think you all know supplementary angles. The pair of angles whose sum is 180 is called supplementary angles. So according to question, we have first equation is x plus y is 180 because these are supplementary angles, so their sum will be 180. Next equation, now he says the larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18. Again he says larger exceeds the smaller by 18. That is larger angle minus smaller angle is 18. Difference between larger and smaller is 18. This is what he says in the question. So we have these two equations, first equation, second equation. So can I write here x is y plus 18? So this is my relation star. Now substituting x is equal to y plus 18 in equation 1. What do we get? We get y plus 18 plus y is equal to 180. So I get 2y is 180 degree minus 18. So I get 2y as how much? 180 minus 18 is 10 minus 8, 2. 7 minus 1, 6. 162. So I have got y as 162 by 2, which is 81 degrees. So we got y as 81. Now we need to find, if y is 81, I have to find out x. So substituting y equal to 81 degrees in x is equal to y plus 18. So I get x is 81 plus 18, which is 99 degrees. Therefore, two supplementary angles are 81 degree and 99 degree. Students, always remember, in word problems, very important to write the answer statement. So answer should also be in the statement form in the word problems. Next, third part. Third part is very simple. I think I need not discuss it. You will be able to form the equations yourself. It's very, very simple. Coming to the fourth part. Now in the fourth part he says the taxi charges in a city consists of a fixed charge together with the charge per kilometer. So we say let the fixed charge be rupees X and charge per kilometer be rupees Y. Now he says further that for a journey of 15 kilometer, so for 15 kilometer fare is rupees 155. Somebody paid rupees 155 for a journey of 15 kilometer. So for 15 kilometer, if you are paying rupees 155, what will be the equation? Fixed charge plus charge per kilometer. How many kilometers we traveled? 15 kilometers. So 15 kilometer, if we are paying 1 rupee, Y rupees for 1 kilometer, so 15 kilometers, 15Y. So the total charge will be fixed charge plus charge per kilometer. Fixed charge is rupees X plus 15 kilometers. For 15 kilometers we are paying 15Y. So X plus 15Y should be equal to total fare, and the total fare is 155. So this is our first equation. Second equation now, children. Now he says in this question, he says that for the distance of 10 kilometers, charge paid is rupees 105. For a distance of 10 kilometers. For a distance of 10 kilometers, fare is rupees 105. So X plus 10Y is 105. This is the second equation. So first equation we have X plus 15Y is equal to 155, and the second equation is this. Now can I write X is 105 minus 10Y here? Substituting X equal to 105 minus 10Y in equation 1. What was equation 1? Equation 1 was X plus 15Y equal to 155. So if we substitute in this, I get 105 minus 10Y plus 15Y is 155. So this gives me minus 10Y plus 15Y is 5Y equal to 155. I am transposing 105 to the other side. So the sign change. So 5Y is equal to 5 minus 5 0, 15 minus 10 is 5. So we get Y is equal to 10. Now substituting Y equal to 10 in X is equal to 105 minus 10Y. We want to find out the value of X. So we'll substitute here Y equal to 10Y. Y equal to 10. So X is equal to 105 minus 10 into 10. So X is 105 minus 100. So I got X as 5. Therefore, I conclude that fixed charge, X was fixed charge. So fixed charge is rupees 5 and charge per kilometer is rupees 10. So this is our answer. We got X as 5 and X in our question was fixed charge, and then Y as 10 and Y was charge per kilometer. So charge per kilometer is rupees 10 and fixed charge is rupees 5. Next question is, the fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. This is fifth part. Now let the fraction be x upon y. So if I write the fraction directly only, if we assume, then no need to separately write let the numerator be x and denominator be y. It clearly indicates x is numerator and y is denominator in the fraction. Now he says, according to question, in the first one case he says, if we add 2 to numerator as well as denominator. Numerator is x, I add 2, it becomes x plus 2. Now denominator is y, I add 2, it becomes y plus 2. Now this fraction becomes 9 by 11, he says. The fraction now is 9 by 11 after adding 2 to both numerator and denominator. So after adding, we equated the fraction to 9 by 11. Now since there are more than one term in the numerator as well as denominator, so I am enclosing them in the parenthesis. Cross multiplying 11 into x plus 2 is equal to 9 into y plus 2. So this gives me 11x plus 22 is equal to 9y plus 18. So 11x minus 9y is 18 minus 22. This is 11x minus 9y is equal to minus 4. This is our first equation. So the first equation is 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. Now in the second equation, second case, he says, if we add 3 to both numerator and denominator, the fraction becomes 5 by 6. So he says, if we add 3 to both numerator as well as denominator, the fraction becomes 5 by 6. So second case, case 2, if we add 3, so x plus 3 and y plus 3, fraction becomes 5 by 6. Again enclose them in the brackets. So I get 6 times x plus 3 is equal to 5 times y plus 3 by cross multiplying. So this becomes 6x plus 18 equal to 5y plus 15. So 6x minus 5y is equal to 15 minus 18. So we get 6x minus 5y is equal to minus 3. This is equation 2. So we have two equations. 11x minus 9y is minus 4 and 6x minus 5y is minus 3. These are the two equations. Now we will have to solve these equations by substitution method. So here only let me take the value. So I get 6x is equal to 5y minus 3. So we get x is equal to 5y minus 3 by 6. So we get x is equal to 5y minus 3 upon 6. This is x. Now substituting x in equation 1, which is 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. So substituting x equal to 5y minus 3 by 6 in equation 1. And what is our equation 1? Equation 1 says 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. So 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. So 11 into 5y minus 3 by 6 minus 9y equal to minus 4. This is what we get, children. Now see here, in one of the terms I have denominator 6 and all other terms are free of denominator. So multiplying, if I multiply this equation by 6, I'll get rid of this denominator. Multiplying equation by 6, I get 11 into 5y minus 3 minus 9 into 6 is 54y minus 4 into 6 is 24. 6 and 6 will cancel here. So 6 into 9 54 and 6 into 4 24. Now multiply 55y, 11 into 3 33 minus 54y equal to minus 24. So this gives 55 minus 54 is y 1, which we don't write, and this minus 24, this 33 goes to this side, right side, when we transpose and the sign changes, so it becomes plus 33. So I get y is equal to 33 minus 24 is 9. So we got y 9. Now substituting y equal to 9 in x is equal to 5y minus 3 by 6. So we get x is equal to 5 into 9 minus 3 by 6. So 9 into 5 is 45 minus 3 by 6, which is 42 by 6. So x is 7. So I got, children, x 7 and y 9. So the fraction is, which was x by y, so we get 7 by 9. So answer is, the fraction is 7 by 9. Now the next question was the last question of this exercise, 6th part. Now this question says, we have two characters in this question. One is Jacob and the other is Jacob's. The other is Jacob's father. No, Jacob's son. He says 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So we have two characters, Jacob and Jacob's son. So let us take Jacob and Jacob's son. We always assume, generally we assume the present ages, right? Whatever we need to find in the question, we assume that only. In the question he says, 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. 5 years ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? So we need to find the present age. So we'll assume present ages of both as x and y. So we are saying, let present age of Jacob be x years and his son be y years. Jacob x years and the son be y years. Now 5 years hence. 5 years hence. Hence means after 5 years. So 5 years later. Now after 5 years, suppose right now your age is 13 years. So after 5 years, how old will you be? 13 plus 5, 18 years. So same here, if Jacob's present age is x years, so after 5 years, Jacob's age will be, we'll add 5 to the present age. So Jacob's age will be x plus 5 years and his son's age will be y plus 5 years. Now he says, according to question, the relation what he says is 5 years hence age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. Jacob's age will be, this is Jacob's age after 5 years, it will be 3 times of his son's age after 5 years. Son's age after 5 years will be this. So Jacob will be 3 times his son's age. So this is the relation. If I open the bracket, if I simplify this, x plus 5 is 3 into y, 3y plus 15. So I get x minus 3y is equal to 15 minus 5. So which gives me x minus 3y is equal to 10. This is my equation 1. This is case 1. Now second he says 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, what will be Jacob's age? Ago is backwards. So if you are 13 years right now, what was your age 5 years before? 13 minus 5, 8 years. So here age of Jacob, Jacob's present age is x. So before 5 years, he was x minus 5. So Jacob's son was y minus 5 years old. Now the relation between their ages 5 years ago was, according to the question, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son's age. What was Jacob's age 5 years ago? X minus 5. And the son's age? Y minus 5. The relation between their ages is Jacob's age is 7 times his son's age. So 7 times the son's age. So x minus 5 is 7 into y, 7y, minus 7 into 5, 35. So x is minus 7y is equal to minus 35 as it is, and bring this to the other side, plus 5. X minus 7y we get is equal to minus 30. This is the second equation. Now this gives me x is equal to 7y minus 30. Let's call this relation as star. Substituting x is equal to 7y minus 30 in equation 1. So what is my equation 1? Equation 1 is, children, x minus 3y equal to 10. So let us substitute in this. So x minus 3y equal to 10. We are substituting x as 7y minus 30. So 7y minus 30 minus 3y equal to 10. So what do I get? 4y is equal to 10 plus 30. So we get y as 4y as 40. So we get y as 10. We need to find x also. So substituting y equal to 10 in, what is the relation? Start, x is 7y minus 30. X is equal to 7y minus 30. So x is equal to 7 into 10 minus 30. X is equal to 70 minus 30, which is 40. So what was x? X was Jacob's present age. So Jacob's present age is 40 years and his son's present age is, what is y? Y is 10 that we got in the question, is 10 years. We represented children Jacob's age with x and Jacob's son's age with y. In the question, let me explain this once more. In the question he says Jacob's age 5 years later will be 3 times his son's age, and 5 years ago it was 7 times his son's age. We need to find their present ages. So we assume the present age of Jacob to be x years and his son to be y years. Now after 5 years, Jacob will be x plus 5 years old and his son will be y plus 5 years old. And 5 years ago their ages was, of course, before, backwards you subtract. So x minus 5 and y minus 5. Now case 1, he says after 5 years the relation is Jacob is 3 times his son's. So Jacob's age 5 years afterwards and son's age 5 years afterward. So his age is 3 times this, so 3 into this. So x plus 5 is 3y plus 15. X minus 3y is 10. This is the first equation. Second, he said before 5 years, that is 5 years ago, Jacob was 7 times his son's age. So this was Jacob's age, x minus 5 years ago, and the son's age 5 years ago was y minus 5. So x minus 5 is 7 times y minus 5. So x minus 5 is 7y minus 35. X minus 7y is minus 35 plus 5. X minus 7y is minus 30. This is the second equation. So if I transpose 7y to the other side, I get x is equal to 7y minus 30. Now this I am substituting the value of x, this, and substituting in first equation, which is x minus 3y equal to 10. So substitute kiya. So I got 7y minus 30 minus 3y is 10. We got simplifying, after simplifying y is 10. Again substituted y 10 in the star relation, which was x is equal to 7y minus 30. I got x as 40. So x we represented as Jacob's present age. So Jacob's present age is 40 years and y was his son's present age. So his son's present age came to be 10 years. Hope you understood this, children. With this I finished with the exercise 3.3. In the next video we'll meet with exercise 3.4, that is elimination method. That's all for the day. Thank you.